Guys, and welcome back to Number 9 Farms. So today we're going to be making potato soup, and I happen to be using the recipe from this Fix It and Forget It Instapot cookbook. And as you can see from all my little tabs, I have made a lot of things from this book. I really like this one of all the ones I have. I think I have like 3 Instapot cookbooks. So today I'm going to be using the 8-quart, and we're going to have 5 pounds of potatoes. First of all, I've already washed them, and now we're going to be cleaning them. I'm putting them into water, cleaning them. I've already cleaned them. I'm going to put them in the water, and there's salt and just about a teaspoon of salt, and then about a couple squirts of lemon juice. And that's just so they won't turn brown on me or black while we're waiting for the rest of them. And then I'm going to saute the bacon in the saute button on my 8-quart. And we won't be needing this tonight. So out that goes. And then I'm going to dice them up in the Kitchenaid 14 cup, which I have a video also on opening and unboxing and using this for the first time. And we now have had it for what, maybe 4 or 5 months, and it has been fabulous, maybe even longer than that. And it's been a great tool, so I'll show you how I'm going to use that. So now I'm going to go ahead and finish cutting them, and I will be back, and I will saute the bacon, and we'll be ready to go. So while I'm waiting, I'm going to go ahead and saute the bacon, and I have a ½ pound of bacon here, a little over ½ pound. It calls for 1 pound in the recipe, but I didn't have that, so right now this is what we're going to have. This is a little bit thicker, so it's gone saute. Let me get my hands washed. See here how well the Instapot does on sauteing. And like I said, it is on saute. Bacon, and cleaned the Instapot out, drained off all the grease, and now I'm going to start chopping this up so it's ready to go into the Instapot with the large onion. And you're going to chop this up into little pieces. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're going to take the 5 pounds of potatoes that we've had in the water with the salt and the lemon juice, and that's so that it doesn't oxidize and turn them brownish black. So now we're going to turn on, I always use low, but Bruce likes high. And this is the, if you look right here, you can see that it has the dicing tool in there. And of course I had to get the one potato that doesn't fit. Okay guys, so didn't even need it. This is the onions, and it's 1 large onion. Just usually turn it, and of course I knock over the piece, and then that way it gets off some of the from the front. Think about some fried potatoes with the onions. Alright, we'll go ahead and dump that into our Instapot. Okay, and it comes with these little handles right here to lift right up, so you don't have to worry about cutting your fingers. And let me get a little... Dump that right in, guys, and that's part of the potatoes and the onions. And then we can go ahead and go back to cutting some more. Okay, and remember it's got the little handles. And when if you get one of these, at first it's kind of tricky on how to, but it always goes the same way. So, of course, we all know that it won't work unless it does, but Just a little tip. Going so fast. They're flying up at you. Move it around. And we've only got a few more potatoes. And look at this. And I'm using 4 stalks of celery. It calls for 3 in the recipe. And it calls for 1 clove of garlic, and I'm using 4. And there we go. It's all cut. We're all ready to go. Go ahead and take this off now because we won't be using it. And the little thing that fell on the floor will be the thing that's the handle. And now we want to go ahead and scrape this out so we can get all of it into the Instapot. Oh, them are some strong onions. Now the bacon that we sauteed, and that is chopped into little pieces. And the recipe also calls for 1 tablespoon of seasoning salt, but guess what? I don't really use this a lot, and there wasn't but that little bit left. And this time we're going to use a little bit of the garlic salt. That's also a Lowry's. Got some, it has some parsley, so either way that'll be good for a potato soup. And now it's 4 cups, but I'm using 4.5 cups of chicken broth. And the last time that I made this soup, Bruce liked to ate the whole pot. I'm not joking.
I did eat the whole pot.
It was kind of ridiculous.
Was it now?
Yes.
Well, wait till you see what happens tonight.
Okay. And everybody likes it, so it's but the tool that fell on the floor, you can get you just clip it right in the front, and it fits really good, and you're able to use it to push all this out, so you don't have to do this. But since we're on video, and we would have to pick it up, wash it, and there was 1 of the cloves of garlic I left off. All right, so now we have all that in there, and we're going to go ahead and turn on the Instapot, and the lid is over here. And Bruce, you want to make sure this is down and turn. I'm going to come over here so we can see the front of the Instapot. And we're going to do the soup. Okay, so we're going to do not the soup button, the pressure cook, and it's going to be 5 minutes. And that is it. And we will come back and we will add the rest of the ingredients. Thank you. I swear, for while we're waiting, I thought I would try out the shredded part on the Kitchenaid here. We've never actually even used it because we haven't had to shred anything. And of course, I'm old school. We didn't have all these fancy things, so here we go. Look at that. All right, that was 3 giant carrots that fast.
so glad we got this because I used to be the food processor.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, let's see. Oh man.
Looky there. So now we can throw some raisins and some mayonnaise and a little, is it pineapple? Oh, I thought they just used sugar, but we're going to use a little bit of honey. Ooh. And guess what? We're going to have some carrot salad. All right. Thanks, guys. We'll be back as soon as the Instapot's done. The beet just went off, so you do want to do a quick release, and I just put a towel over it, and go ahead and let it steam on out, and then I'll go ahead and open it up. The carrot salad turned out yummy, and it is pineapple. It's carrot, pineapple, mayonnaise, raisin, honey, salt, and lemon juice, and I just kind of like threw it together. Didn't even measure anything. Okay, now we're ready to take the lid off. The steam is, so see how it looks? So now what I'm gonna do is go ahead and blend all that together, and we'll be putting the heavy cream in. And I've got the heavy cream sitting right here and some cheese, and then we'll be done. So now what we're gonna do, since I can only have immersion blenders for making soap.
That's right.
Magically, every time I have one, it disappears because we end up needing another one. We burn another one up.
Burn another one up.
All right, so what I do is I use my Vitamix, and I just put this, scoop it right on in there. And start off with about that much. Put the lid on.
Yes, please.
Cause I tell you, that would be quite a mess, and I know somebody has done it. All right, and now what you want to do is you want to pour this into another bowl while you finish filling this up, and then you can blend it back in, put it back in there, and we can add our heavy cream. And it calls for 1 cup of heavy cream, but I just kind of like pour it in until I'm ready, because I don't use the milk that it also calls for. It calls for, what was it, a half a cup of milk? Yeah, half a cup of milk. And like I said, I don't use that. I just pour the cream in and put some cheese in, and we're done. Okay, come in here, Bruce, and look so you can see how creamy it is.
I'm getting my bowl ready right now.
The immersion blender would have done just fine if you had a immersion blender that wasn't used for soap over and over every time I buy another one for cooking. But as you can see, the Vitamix works great. And of course, I use 1 quart of the heavy cream, and then I just mix it in.
Delish.
Into there, and of course, if you need to, you can go ahead, and it's really hot, and if you don't want to warm it up too much because it is a cream, and milk can burn really fast.
Yeah, it's really hot.
So you just want to warm it up a little tiny bit if you need to. And now, so you can see that, I add a big, I got my North Carolina accent going here today.
Got your vegetables.
All right, so I just add about 2 handfuls of some shredded cheese, and that is it. And now, if you want to, you could top it with some sour cream, some chives, some sour cream, chives, some onions, bacon, some more crumbled bacon, anything else you want, and salt, pepper.
It's so good.
And now we have delicious potato soup. And of course tonight it's getting down to 35, and we've had days as high as 90 already. And now tonight it's a perfect dinner for the evening. Thank you guys for watching. Have a good day.